Hi, this is Malhotra, the best-selling author of 8 Wealth Habits of Financially Successful People and The Success Answer. I want to take the opportunity to talk to you about why is it that so many people in life end up without resources. And I'm going to use an example that I've just experienced. So I was just buying lunch before, and I had somebody that was making a sandwich behind the counter. And I told this person what I wanted in my sandwich, and I had to repeat myself on 4 different occasions and remind him what I had said. And one of the things I observed when he was making the sandwich for me was that his mind was just not there. He was not concentrating, he was not aware, he was in his own world. And no doubt you've come across people in your workspace, in life, in your social context, that people are just not there, they're not present, they're not attentive, it's almost like they're unconscious, right? And so what happens is, if you look at why the human race dominates every other species on the planet, it's because we have the ability to think. We are more conscious than animals are, right? We certainly have the ability to be a lot more conscious. We see a lot more. We understand a lot more. We have a high level of awareness. And so because of that, because animals don't have that, they don't have the level of awareness and consciousness that humans have, human beings have strategically been able to dominate the planet and every other species on the planet because of our ability to think, strategize, see more, understand situations more, dissect situations more, and being able to apply multiple perspectives. Every human being has this capability. But just because every human being has this capability doesn't mean that every human being uses this capability. And so one of the things we see and we talk about frequently is the disparity in society, the haves and the have-nots. In many cases we see people that are very well resourced and they're acquiring more in terms of possessions and resources, and then there are people that can't acquire any resources. One of the contributors of that, before people jump in and talk about the conspiracy theories and how the rich are getting richer because they're dominating and controlling, well, one of the reasons we have to understand why people come into the accumulation of resources is because they're applying their consciousness, they're applying a high level of awareness, and they're thinking. And when I teach in my programs, when I teach the construct of a success mindset, one of the first things that I teach is that people who are very successful at the most foundational level have a very high level of awareness. They know what's going on. Right? It's been said that a billionaire is more productive, produces more in terms of creativity and outcomes. They produce more in 1 year than an average person produces in 30 years. Their ability to solve complex problems is much more than the average person. That's because they've worked on the construct of their mindset. And so this, going back to this example of this person who was making the sandwich, well, because this individual is not thinking and not applying his creative abilities, he's not applying his thinking abilities, he's not conscious, he's not aware, he's not even concentrating on a very basic job, chances are he's locking himself in that kind of life, in that kind of circumstances for a very, very long time. And what will inadvertently happen is, in decades from now, he may find himself having made only small incremental improvements in his life. And the chances are that he's going to, when he raises children, he might say to the children, look, the world is a pretty bad place out there. I work very hard. I strive for everything, but I wasn't lucky and destiny was against me. But he will never ever make the connection that because of his ability or his inability to use his consciousness and his awareness, he's actually limiting himself in life. So many times people just feel like they're victims of circumstances, but they never really understand that their own way of thinking, the quality of their thinking, the quality of their awareness, the quality of their cognitive capabilities, the quality of their mental disciplines is affecting where they are in life. And because people don't make that connection, they're always blaming somebody else or something else outside of them as the reason why they are where they are and why they're stuck and why their lives are not improving. So I wanted to share that because I was fascinated that this particular gentleman was assigned a very simple task of making a sandwich, and he wasn't even concentrating on that. And the reason he had even chosen a career like that or a job like that is because at the moment he has not demonstrated to the world and the marketplace that he has the ability to be able to solve problems. In one of my future videos, I'm going to talk about the 3 types of problems and what type of problem you need to be able to solve in order to be able to attract more resources and opportunities in your life. and become somebody that attracts a high level of remuneration. So watch out for that video. That's going to be the next video after this one. So watch out for that if you're interested in knowing what is the difference in the people that attract resources and the ones that don't in terms of problem solving capabilities. Thanks for watching.